Okay, so here's one of my inserts or signatures that we created before. What I have done, because I'm an impatient kind of person, I've gone ahead and put some stamps in there, some little stamps I picked up at a Tuesday morning that have to do with travel and adventure. I stamped a couple of my pages. This is one of those pieces of ephemera I was talking about. But I picked up this whole stamp set that you see here. It was like $4.99 at Tuesday morning. And the other thing I did was, had a little camera in there, and the other thing I did was I made a little flower here, and I made a little pocket in my notebook on some of my pages from leftover paper that I had when we made the notebook. But these are some of the things I'm going to put in here. I always put a picture of my nephew, my grandchildren, and I try to put something of my grandma in my pages too, in every notebook I have. But here are some of the things I'm going to show you really quick. Paper clips. I'm going to show you how to make some cool paper clips. Some buttons, if you have some buttons to get together. This kind of clip works great as a pencil holder in your notebook. And then the other thing that I keep is I cut off the ends of the little return address labels that I get from different things, Arbor Day, St. Jude's Hospital, and I use these in my notebook as well. These are some things you have at home that you can use. I have used this. I got this idea from another art journaler. Her name's Marta Lepkowska. I think I said it. I don't know how to say her last name. She's a sweet lady. She's from Maramy Small Art. And of course you'll need your regular stuff, glue, scissors. I have a glue gun, some markers. And I do have this one stencil I'm going to use that I also picked up at Tuesday morning for $1.50. And we'll just use that for some of the things we do. The other things you can do, you can keep from around the house, are your mail that you get. This is the catalog that came in. I'm going to take a couple of cutouts from that to put in my notebook. This one airline company always sends these, trying to get me to sign up for something. But they've got some great pictures, and I'm going to incorporate these into my notebook too. This will make a great pop-out folder type deal. And then there's some folders that came with it. We could cover these up with paper. Just an idea, a thought. And then there's one credit card company out there that every time they send a application for a pre-approved credit card, they've got this great paper. I mean, look at this. We've got some sparkles, we've got red, we've got blue, and we've got more sparkles. I'm going to use some of that in my journal. Set that aside. And then the last thing that you could, actually two more things. The other thing you can do is envelopes that you get for your bills. You can use the inside of these papers to cut out things. There's little patterns inside of the envelopes. And you can use that paper in your notebook too. You can use this clear cellophane to make a window pocket in your notebook. And then this is one thing, it was a stencil. I love this stencil, I use it. This came out of a game for my granddaughter. These were little coins. So once we popped out the coins, her and I both use this. It's a stencil for us now for circles. So those are some of the things you can put together at home. And let's just start decorating. Okay. Alright, so what I usually do when I'm making these is paper clips. They're so fun. Get a couple paper clips out. And I will get either fabric or buttons or what have you. And get my glue gun. Great, my glue gun doesn't reach. Hold on, I will be right back. Sorry, I'm not an expert cinematographer yet. So I should have stopped the camera, but I did not. Maybe I can edit that out, if I can edit that out. Got some cool stuff in the mail. Picked it up today. More paper from this credit card company, Purple. So far, look at this selection. Look at these colors. This is just really kind of cool. Just in time for Easter. Okay, so, well, I'm waiting for my glue gun to get hot. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this. So these are really easy. They make cool little clip-ons for your journal. You can just, you know, put a little paper clip on there. It's got a little button sticking out. I like little buttons and things like that sticking out everywhere on my journals. So this is really easy to do. I did it again. I walked away from the camera. Okay, here we go. So I would get 2 buttons approximately the same size. You don't have to. Sometimes it looks cool to take one like this and one like this that fits inside of it. And then you have 2 sides for your little button dealio. And all I do, well actually it's a little better if you use a flat surface for one side. So make sure you take the right side of your paper clip here, and you're not gluing on the part that you actually need to use. Stick a little glue on there from your glue gun. Stick your paper clip on there. Stick your other button on there. Try to center it like that. And these take like 2 seconds to dry. There's one. Again, I'll do this one with red and yellow. Take your button. Take your paper clip. And your other button. You just pinch them together. And you've got cool little paper clips. I might need a little more glue on that one because it doesn't look like it's sticking very well. Glue sticks dry really fast, so you have to be kind of quick with what you do. I'll pull off the little bits and pieces later. There's another one. So I'll do that. You could even take 2 of these guys. Let's do that. Take one sticker here and another sticker. Put your thing like that. Piece of paper and your other piece of paper. Line them up. There you go. You have another cool little paper clip. They don't have to be perfect. I mean, they're just kind of cool. They have these little bits of spring sticking out of your traveler's notebook. Okay, that's it for paper clips. You can try that with anything. If you wanted a giant one, you could take, this is something I got off of a piece of something that I bought. I'm actually going to use this on the inside for decoration. But there you go. We have paper clips. Alright, so I'm going to set those aside. The next thing I like to do is, we can just decorate a couple pages. Let's find a blank page here. Oh, I thought of something else cool for your notebook is, do you have any of those adult coloring books laying around? I thought it would be cool to put a piece of this in there because, you know, if you're traveling, you always have that time where you're just either resting or watching TV or whatever. I don't like to watch TV a lot, but So I thought if you stuck one of these pages in here, you would get a blank page for journaling. And you can just throw this in there when you are, you know, with one of your elastics. You don't have to. You could add it in your original insert or add it in. But I just thought about it because I bought a book today and I saw blank pages in there. So this kind of adds something you can do, you know, doodling. I love doodling. I got in trouble once for doodling because they said I wasn't listening when I was doodling. I wasn't capable of listening as I was doodling. Okay, so, you know, bring a couple markers, doodle. This is the book that I just purchased. I got 2 of these books for $6. And, you know, it's got all kinds of pages in here that you can do. This one is Color Me Happy, and that's my goal. I want to color everybody happy. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside for now. You know what would be cool is if I put, that would look really pretty. I could put my oranges on this page because it matches. So again, this is just something, I think I got this off of soap that I purchased somewhere, or a bath bomb box or something like that. I learned that you can make your own bath bombs, but I haven't tried it yet. I have all the stuff for it, but I haven't actually tried it. Okay. And then my other half. So I'm just trying to show you, use stuff you have at home. I'm going to actually turn on another light. It seems like we're getting ready to get a thunderstorm and it's getting dark. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry about the shadows. It's really dark here and I wanted to get this video out today, so I'm just going to go ahead. I apologize for the inconvenience of shadows in my movie here. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this. You know what you could do, this would look really cool, is you could make this a tab in your book, in your journal, your traveler's notebook. And then you have kind of a cool little orange tab sticking out here. So if I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to put that here. You can pick these up at the dollar store. Dollar Tree has them 3 for $1. You can actually pick up bigger glue sticks at department stores for 3 for $1, but this is great for, you know, when you're traveling. You have a little bit of glue here. You don't have to worry about bringing one of these along. There's also glue sticks like this. But for now, I'm going to use this one. These don't seem to stick as well for some reason. If I'm just putting little pictures in or whatever, I'll use it, but for now I'm just gonna use this one. Alright, stick a little glue on there. Stick a little glue down here on the opposite piece. Try to make sure the edge, okay. Let's put this back. So I'm constantly looking for, before I throw anything out, I try to save anything I can use in my journals, because this ephemera that they have, it adds up, especially when you want to buy it all the time. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there, and then I'm going to line it up so it's straight. Okay. And then I have a little tab. Kind of cool, I think. You can do anything. You can do your own tabs of any pattern you want, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Okay. I might not have cut that exactly right. That looks good. Okay, so that'll dry, and then I'll have a little orange tab in my notebook. That's the thing I like about these and putting these together. I I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like to, what's the back of a little bread I put in there? I like to have my own touch on things. Yeah, you can buy one of these in the store pre-made, but then, and add to it, but it's not yours. I mean, it's yours, but it's just not something you made from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. That's an example. Some really easy things to kind of, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go on this one. This one's my fall trees. So I'm going to put a little fall trees picture from my Arbor Day stamps that came in the mail, because we bought trees. Or I should say we bought sticks. Some of them actually have grown into trees, so I'm not complaining. So there you have yourself a little instant sticker here. That was the cat. Knocked down a glass bottle. Okay. So you could stick some little, your other little return address label dealies. I'm going to stick one up here. Okay, I kind of already stamped that one. I will probably just leave this up here for now to attach to something I find on my trip. I know as we're doing our little exploring that we find things, and I have my plan, I have my life goals and everything, so I'm going to attach this, but I just wanted to leave it there. The other thing you can do is put it in a little holder, Ziploc bag, and put that inside of your notebook. Okay. I think now what I'm going to show you, another thing you probably have around the house is this, eye makeup. We buy it maybe because we're going out for a party or something, and then we have all this eye makeup left over. I don't put on gallons of it, so this has lasted me, I don't know, a really long time, and I won't put it on my eyes now because it's so old. So I am going to use it for decorating my notebook. So I'm going to get this stuff out of the way here. Alright, so I've got a stencil. I picked this stencil up at Tuesday morning. It was $1.49. And personal preference, metal stencils, plastic stencils, stencils that are game board pieces, such as this one, whatever you want to use. I mean, you can do what you want. A stencil is a stencil. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the eye makeup now. Basically, I just treat it like paint. I am looking for my brush. I will be right back. Okay. So what I do with my mascara, or eyeshadow, is I get a little piece of, I use this kind of packaging, the packaging that came off of, like my stencil came in this package. So I use that for scrap and for putting water on and mixing paint on and that kind of thing. So I'll spray a little water here for my water. Any little spritzers you have at home, old hairspray, any water, any kind of spray that's had something in it that you can rinse out the bottle and reuse for a water sprayer. They sell water sprayers, but I am trying to recycle, so at least recycle this kind of stuff. And this makes a perfect little carry with my traveler's notebook sprayer. So this actually came from some other paints, spray paints that I used, and this is the perfect size to stick in your traveling art kit. So just wanted to mention that. Save your spray bottles. Okay. all I'm going to do now is take my eyeshadow. I'm going to, you know, use my stencil, or you can draw it. You can draw it if you want, but I'm just showing you how to use things for paint that you may already have at home. This stuff is, you know, my granddaughter loves using eyeshadow in her art journaling because I don't care if she destroys it. Alright, I'm going to put another different color of green on there. The water will make it go a little further, but you certainly don't have to use water. I think it sets it in there a little bit too. Because just like when you put it on your eyes, it's going to come off a little bit. And I think the water helps, because I tested it out and the water kind of helped keep it in there. Okay. There's my stems. I think we'll go with some dark something or other here in the middle. And then I will go with something lighter. Yeah, we'll go with purple-ish. I'm going to go with a purple one. Just wanted to, again, show you guys how you can get started with this. Maybe you won't like it. Maybe you won't like art journaling. I find it very stress relieving to do this kind of stuff. I know I make it sound like I'm stressed out of my mind, but I'm not. This is just so relaxing. I would rather do this. I even do this right in front of the TV because I'll make little collages or whatever if I do watch TV. But like I said, I'm not a big fan of watching TV. So here we go. Here's my one stencil with eyeshadow. So I've got that little pattern in here. Some people will set things with hairspray. I haven't tried that yet, so I can't tell you if that would work. Maybe we'll try that in another video. But you can certainly use Mod Podge and set it, but if you use Mod Podge, you're going to have a hard time writing on top of your paper unless you do like just this corner. There's something called gesso. If you put gesso, well, that's not going to help set this, but if you did put something down that was really dark, you can use clear gesso. Actually, there's clear gesso, but it costs more than the white gesso or the black gesso. Clear gesso you could actually put right over this and your paper, and you could still write on top of it. Mod Podge, you're going to have a hard time writing with a marker or whatever, and it will wipe off. So, so there's a cool little stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side here and not talk. there you go. Eye makeup, eyeshadow as art journaling. Like I said, you can draw this stuff. I carry these little metal stencils, work well. Be careful though, they've got sharp edges. I'll carry like 3 different stencils with me on a trip. Okay, let's do one more. Let's go with this one. Let's go ahead and just move this aside. And I'll use my game piece stencil here. And I'm just going to color half circles down the side of my journal. Trying to match up this a little bit. The cool thing about the eyeshadow, it kind of makes it look like you're watercoloring when you're doing this. I like the effect. I like how it turns out. And play with the colors. I mean, test out on a piece of scratch paper first what you want to do. Play with the designs. I mean, I could go in with another round of circles there and put another layer, but I'm just going to stick with this for now. I think maybe on this side I'll go ahead and do whole circles. The darker one in the middle, around half of it. That's not equal. There we go. So now I've got a cool little paper to put in my journal, just to add some stuff. I can doodle on that while I'm drawing, while I usually am the passenger. I'm not usually the one who's driving, because my husband loves to drive. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to decorate this just a little bit more. Maybe draw some flowers on here. This is where the doodling comes in. I'm going to go ahead and do it now, because I know I'll have plenty of time for doodling later, but I want to add something to these. I didn't like just the circles. So now I've got little flowers on my journal page. These are nice little pens, Micron pens. You can get these at craft stores. Use your 40% off coupon. Sometimes they're on sale. You can't use your coupon then, but use your 40% off that you can get on your phone while you're shopping. Save some money on the set. Okay. So see? And then I could continue to doodle all the way across the page if I wanted in different patterns. That's called Zentangle. I'm not an expert at that, but it's certainly fun to do and fun to learn. All right, that kind of covers it for now with, oh, yeah, markers. Of course, you can decorate with markers, obviously. Maybe I want to take my marker, you know, just add some little, I don't think I want to add some though. Okay, we'll go over here. We'll do it like this. Now I feel like I have to finish my flowers. Huh. Funny. Okay. There we go. Kind of got a cool little page here. You certainly, I mean, you can't make that, you can't find that in a store. You're making it your own with things you like to see. Customize your traveler's notebook in junk journals. I'm going to give it a couple videos on junk journals. This is another thing that is near and dear to my heart. I take a lot of, it's a good way to use your vintage photos of people in your family, that kind of thing. But okay, one more thing that I'll do on my little notebooks here. Let's take some of that paper that we got from this credit card company paper they supplied us with, and let's just use some of that. Okay, so I'm just going to find a spot in here, tear out some paper. You can use these little windows to put little, you know, you could actually cut it so you have something you could slide in. You could use this envelope in your journal. You could actually affix, let's say, oh, I kind of destroyed that one already. Yeah, this isn't a good one. Let's put that back together for a second. You can affix this. You can actually take this this folder or this envelope that you got, and you can put it in your traveler's notebook, put this over it, and you can use the glue that's already there, or you can add glue to it as well. But if you put this in here like this, you've actually got a pocket to hold things instead of buying one of those pocket deals. And then you could put like a pretty strip of, make something like this and cut it out and put it right over this. Actually, you could do the same thing on this side, but I kind of destroyed this envelope already. I just gave myself an idea. You could take a piece of the other paper, like here's another piece of scrap paper I have, and you could put it right over that right there, cut it out, glue it, and you've pretty much got a nice little pocket that you can hold things in. Just another idea, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and use this envelope like I was going to use it. I'm just going to fold this in half. Of course it's red, it's sparkly, and I'm going to go with a heart on this one. Okay, there. I've got another heart for my journal, or another little piece of ephemera that I just made myself out of something I had around the house. Stick a little glue on there. Let's smear it to the edge so it'll stick. There we go. I have got another decoration in my journal from something I used. And me being how I am, I have to equally put one over here. So let me do that with, I'll go like this. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't make it so equal, but I am now. Oh, look. And then this is the other thing. Here's another one. I can put that somewhere in my journal. Try to use everything I have. I mean, it's the possibilities with garbage, junk mail are endless. I really want to thank the credit card for sending me this craft paper because it's kind of cool. It's really great around Easter. It's been great around Valentine's Day. All right. And I'm just going to put that right over that. So I have another heart on my page. There we go. So different things you can do. One of the things with grid paper, you can make keep track of your. When I'm traveling, I don't eat very well. You could make a calorie counter out of here. You could keep track of your water intake while you're traveling. You can draw. The boxes help you actually draw things. Oh, here's, okay, so I'm going to use this from some yarn that I ordered. And it was darn good yarn, I have to say. But I'll show you what I use that for later also. Take this off of here, it's easier to cut. And please, if something I'm doing in a video is just driving you crazy, please put it in the comments below because I will make every effort to stop doing that. I'm new at this, so I am completely open to feedback. If you absolutely hate everything I'm doing, then, you know, I'm sorry. But, okay, so I'm going to use this as a piece for my edge on this side. I'm just going to go ahead and use a glue stick on that one because it's faster. I haven't used this glue before, so I'm going to see how it works out. It actually already feels stickier than the stuff I was using. Some of the cheaper glues, the non-brand name glues that I pick up at discount stores, just don't seem to cut it as far as holding things down. Okay, so I have to introduce you guys later too to washi tape. Washi tape is the coolest tape ever. It's for stuff like this, but right now this series is kind of about using what you have just to get started. Washi tape is tape that comes with patterns like this on the tape, and you just use it in your artwork. It's amazing. It's cool stuff, I have to say. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to have to make that shorter there. Alright, do the same thing. I'm going to glue this up. And stick it on my other side. Or maybe I'm going to stick it on my table. Alright. Okay, time to kind of wrap this up. This is what we ended up with. I put my insert or signature back into my original notebook that I made, Traveler's Notebook. Here's my little, see how that orange sticks out? I just think that's cute. To each his own. I like it. It actually looks really nice with this, but hey, I did not plan that. I've got my little pocket I put in here. Stickers. You could put your pocket on this side because it's a little sturdier. I did it here just to offset the color, because I like to have color on both sides. I didn't do anything with this page yet. I'll decorate that later. I did put in this little flower with a little brad. These I actually had to pick up. Joann's had these brads in the little Miss Sparkling Company section. It's like, I want to say $2, maybe $3 for these. But that is one thing I did spend money on. Well, I spent money on it all, but some of it was junk. Okay, so here's what we had. I mean, here's what we ended up with in the one notebook. Here's still a blank page. Here's where we used our stamps, return address labels. Here's where I added scrap paper, glued it on each side. My heart from the credit card envelope. Eye makeup designs. Heart. Our little clips we made, our little paper clips. I'm going to put this clip over here. So as you're traveling, this can be used as a planner too. You don't have to travel, obviously, to use it. But that's kind of a, so here you have this thing, and as it gets thicker, it's going to be really chunky. And then I'll finish up showing you that again, just as a reminder. But see, so you have this little, you can, if you're so inclined, you could sew lace on this edge if you wanted to. That's more of a junk journal style, but something fun to do. Oh, this is the washi tape. I don't know if I showed you this already. It's cool tape. It's just tape you can stick on each side and use it in your journals for add a little color. One more thing I wanted to show you about this. Quick thing to hold everything together. I added an extra elastic here, and they do this in all the places that make these. I took my extra elastic. Again, I took some beads from old jewelry I had around the house. I tied a knot in the end of my elastic. I did purchase at, I don't know, this is what it was, but they're little bracelet attachments, and they have different sayings. I'm gonna say it was, I don't know which store, one of the two major craft stores, but here is the item, and this one came with 3. There was a leather one, brass looking one, and a silver looking one. But these are kind of nice. As many of you know, I'm a supporter of women's rights and that kind of thing, but I just put that, I thought strong was a good thing. Just a constant reminder to myself. But this acts as like a little, as this gets thicker, things will, may start falling out. So this will help you hold these in here. And see, like my existing traveler's notebook that I'm presently using is getting pretty thick. So again, you might have some of these laying around, but this, where this goes is you can either carry it like this, toss it in your purse, or you can put a cover on it. This is kind of cool because it looks pretty already. Put it in here. And then as you fill up your sections, whoops, my paper clip jumped off. As you fill up your sections of your notebook and you're done journaling, you can pull them out. Let me do this right. Pull it out. Take your elastic out. Set that one aside, store them. It's kind of cool. I was talking to my husband about this. You have all these things you do in your life, and as you get older, you forget about it. You forget about some of the cool moments. And I think this is an awesome way. You can throw that in a box. Otherwise, what people are doing now is they're taking pictures on their phone of what they did, and they're posting it on social media. And if you're doing that and social media shuts down for whatever reason, or they close down their site, as some have in the past, you've lost your pictures, you've lost your memories, unless you can remember it all yourself. But I just think this is cool. I think we need to get back to paper, a little bit of paper again. You're certainly getting it in the mail, and I know we've all tried to stop getting junk mail, but it still keeps coming. So this is a way to use it, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video about a traveler's notebook and how to get it started with things you have at home. I really appreciate you watching this, and if you have any suggestions, please send me a message on my Facebook page, Create Your Own Story by Renee Christine, and I will do my best to incorporate that into future videos. Thank you so much, and have a great day.